Hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
Happy holidays and early
Yeah.
happy new year. So let's just kind of get right to it because holiday
Yeah.
time's busy for everybody. How did this all start? What?
Yeah, so we met about a year and a half ago, but you kind of had come into my life even well before that because my sister had gotten her nerves decompressed with you back in 2018, unfortunately, but she's also doing so much better. So there's great news to all of this and a happy ending to both stories. But before that, I really had been struggling with kind of constant headache pretty much the past 10 years. And basically, since 2017, they had been kind of pain was running my life. I was having to make every decision based upon my pain. I'm a nurse and now a psychiatric nurse practitioner, but all of my jobs and things I was having to kind of pursue were all kind of around pain and having to decide what I was going to do because I kind of basically felt like I had an ice pick in this eye 24/7 and then kind of headaches, migraines daily and taking triptans probably way too often just in order to survive and get through 12-hour shifts as a nurse and surviving grad school, all of that stuff. And it had become to a point where I was basically debilitated by pain, wasn't able to really work anymore, even after changing jobs and working from home. And we finally made the decision, all right, let's, go down the same path as my sister. Let's meet Dr. Pellet and let's go from there. And really, we kind of determined, yeah, we had a lot of nerves that were an issue. And, I basically lived with a headache hat ice pack on my head 24/7. I would go out to stores with it, like always had ice on because of that pain. And so we got those nerves all eight done. We did the front and the sides and everything August of 2024.
Mhm.
And then I ended up actually getting shingles in my kind of right near the surgical site, which was totally kind of random and unfortunate, which definitely impacted my recovery. And I really had a rough recovery from the first surgery.
Remember that.
And we were kind of trying to figure out, hey, what is our next steps? I really was lost and didn't know what to do. And your office and Carrie Ann and everyone there has just been so amazing. And we reached out to you and we were like, you know what? I think we need to go back and, look at some of the nerves in the back because that was still definitely causing some issues. And we ended up doing some fat grafting in the front. And I am 6 months out from the back. And I cannot even tell you, I am literally a different person. My life has changed dramatically. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I go days where I do not have headaches, which is unbelievable. I mean, almost 80, 90% better. And I'm only 6 months out, and I know that it's going to even get better. And that is just the most unbelievable and rewarding and just greatest gift like ever because I used to watch these videos and think that's never going to be me. I'm never going to get better. And here I am a year and a half later after having both of these procedures done, and I am literally a different person. I had started seeing a therapist who was doing pain reprocessing therapy to really kind of help me get in the right headspace before I went into the second procedure because I really, really wanted to succeed. And I really went in with the mindset of, this surgery is going to work and I had no other option than success and recovery. And that pain reprocessing and doing therapy and changing my relationship with pain has ultimately changed my life. And it changed this healing process in the second surgery dramatically. I mean, it's unbelievable how different my healings were from the first surgery to the second surgery, just of where I was mentally.
Mhm.
And all of this has kind of, brought into my life like, hey, I think this is really what I want to do. And I'm getting trained starting in the new year in pain reprocessing therapy because I want to help other people in this journey because it is a long and arduous and difficult journey living in chronic debilitating pain, but there is a team and there are people out there who can help you in your journey. And just know that you can do this. Husband and I are thinking about starting a family, and we never even thought that that was going to be possible because of how debilitating my head was. I wasn't driving, I wasn't able to go to the grocery store. I'm like walking around stores and a person again. And I'm so excited for 2026, and like I can't even believe I'm saying that. Like you have changed my life, changed my year. Like it's just unbelievable, like what you have done. And just even seeing the nerves behind you, like in the background, like I feel like I used to see that and I'd be like, oh, that scares me. Like that I see pain. And now I see it and I see hope and I see joy and I see life and possibilities and unbelievable, like really.
I mean, throw my hands up. It's a Christmas
Yeah, no,
miracle.
really.
I first of all, incredibly humbled by all of your kind words. So glad that you're doing so well. I mean, there's a million things to unpack there, so I'll just try to be brief. But I think it's so crazy and sad that so many people suffer for so long, popping pills like they're M&Ms and still getting minimal to no relief, without people at least thinking that, maybe the problem lies elsewhere as opposed to like some chemical issue, like many people think, these chronic severe headaches are. Um, I think your story is interesting for so many reasons, but one, there is this idea that everyone is a one and done operation. And it's clear that a lot of people have, especially when the problems are very long standing, yours was over a decade and very severe, that there are nerves throughout the head. And sometimes operations by design have to be staged. And that's, one reason why you had two procedures. I think you're right. The recovery from the first operation was complicated by the shingles, and hey,
Definitely. Yeah.
that's just really awful luck. But you did get some relief, but we really
Yeah.
crossed the end zone, so to speak, with that second operation, which is great. And I think that your story for me is most poignant because, uh, given your background as a psychiatric practitioner,
Yeah.
you want to help people. You know what kind of impact, not just physical because you've lived it, but also psychological because you live it and study it, pain can have. And you hit it on the head. It really is kind of a trauma. It's a
Yeah.
chronic, ongoing trauma. And I think that there is, obviously an important role for surgery, but there's so many other parts that can help with that. And it's just so heartwarming to hear that you're gonna kind of take some of the things that have helped you, and now that you're on the other side of this, and use it to help other people. And we were talking and actually probably planning on maybe having you help some of our patients when you're done with
Yeah,
your
no,
training.
definitely. Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
yeah, I think, again, really glad and humbled that you trusted us with this. So happy that we were able to do such a, successful procedure for yourself and your sister.
Yeah, no,
So
definitely.
with that, I'll give you the last word. We'll say happy
Yeah.
holidays and happy new year.
I mean, there is hope and there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'm finally through the survival zone, and I really never thought I would be able to say that, like that I'm thinking about traveling again. And,
Yeah, it's
I
not
really
just
have
about
my life.
surviving. It's about
Yeah.
actually living. So
Yeah. Thriving,
yeah,
truly.
yeah.
And your team has allowed me to thrive again. And I did not even dream that to be possible. So I really hope this is a message of hope to people in the new year and with the holidays because I did not expect that this would be, my story. And here I am, um, just really living a new chapter. And I'm so excited to help others in this journey